Wassail, wassail, beautiful people. Wassail, beautiful people. So I'm just waiting for someone to arrive because I've got nobody. So what are we doing? We're looking at triple conjunctions, and I want to say you might want to watch the first bit before skipping on the timestamps to somewhere else, because we're going to do a moment at the beginning where we're going to be looking at Mars North Node and Uranus. Wassail, eat me, wassail, I can't read them, awaken Atlas, wassail, Kathy, wassail, rebel star, wassail, wandering empress. So yeah, we're looking at this triple conjunction alignment. We're going to look at Sabian symbols relevant to the planet's positions in houses and all of that kind of thing. And we're going to do all signs, as long as I don't wear out. Also, I'm having to sit at this really strange angle, and it means that my knee might start to hurt, because I wassail Cheney, wassail Susan. So yes, this triple conjunction, it started on the 28th, on the new moon, but Mars didn't join in. And now, on the 1st of the 8th, they're meeting at 18 degrees of Taurus. And I just think it's a very profound, interesting energy that we need to look into. So, I think I might be able to just dip that down a little bit. Oh, look, now you can see my orange juice, in case I have a sugar low. Wassail, Agnes. So we're going to begin by just shuffling the cards into 13 piles of 6 cards. And then we're going to choose one of the 6. And that's going to give us 2 cards of Mars, 2 cards of the North Node, and 2 cards for Gaia, Uranus, and we're going to then apply those energies to each of the readings for the different houses. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it'll all make sense as it unfolds. Wassail, Steph. Wassail, Gustav. Kathy promises not to block you today, Gustav. Very grateful that you're so kind. So yeah, we're going to look at this energy. I might get extra cards out. I don't know yet. We're just rolling with the frequency. And I'm inviting any orbs to come in. Look, there's my clock. There, it doesn't work. Time stands still in here. It stands still, and then suddenly I'm like, oh man, I haven't done anything today. I need to go to bed. So, orbs, we would like to see your presence, please. Thank you. Just to show that this is a good building full of nice, lovely energy. We're still shuffling the cards, and then I've got to split them down. I'll tip the camera down while I do that. So, Sabian symbols, what are they? They're a statement made in about the 1930s by 2 people in the United States of America, and they give you a phrase for every degree of the zodiac. And so we're going to look at things. Now, 18 degrees of Taurus, which is where this conjunction is taking its full form. Wassail, Sabrina. And it's a newly formed continent Often it says rising from the sea, but I feel it's really about the continent of the imagination. It's the continent of your philosophy. It's rising from the cosmic soups to bring around some kind of change. Look, we're looking at Taurus. This is taking place in Taurus, fixed earth energy. And Gaia, Uranus, it will be in Taurus for 9 years, 7 or 9 years. But it's moved past the midway point now. So the strength of that energy is becoming a lot bigger. And it's also running into the energy of the North Node, destiny. So there's something about creating, shaking up a new destiny. Wassail, laurels, peace. And Mars is in there because look, Taurus is stubborn. Taurus doesn't like to move. It's fixed earth. Gaia, Uranus, is all about going in and kicking everything up to create something completely new. So that's why you get Uranian energy, this desire for newness. And Mars is in there saying, kind of let the battle begin. So I think we're on a turning moment. 3313, it just said then at the top. So let's just shuffle. Well, we're going to spread them out. This is my lovely 1970s cream leather sofa that's in this place. Not very keen on leather sofas because I don't really like sitting on dead animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't see that one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the 13th. 1, 2, and we're just going to keep going all the way around until we've got all of the piles. I've gone the other way this time, that's interesting. As long as we get 6 in each pile, it's not going to matter. Well, I'm assuming it won't. So we're just still separating the piles. So obviously we're using every single card in the deck to get the reading. And I like this new little system. Now, there's always a card left over because there's an extra card. So we're going to keep that one just there. This one is going to be the pile that we're using, and all the rest I'm going to put over here. Just move those. 2, 3, 4. I need to put my phone on silent so it doesn't start playing music. Oh, they've got to go back even further. My drinks are going out of my reach. Okay, so Wassail people. So I guess we'll timestamp this as 909, and this is the conjunction itself. And we're going to have Mars, and then we're going to have the North Node, and then Gaia, Uranus. But we're going to begin with this single card. Interesting. So this card has become a card of stillness, a card of preparation. Now, in most decks, we always talk about the Knight of Pentacles being the slow-moving knight. And yet, in this deck, this is the slowest moving of all the knights. There's no sound. It's almost like stealth. So there's an energy of waiting, waiting to hear your moment, as if this conjunction won't necessarily bring you some kind of epiphany tomorrow morning when you awake. This is a slow burner. This is something that's moving us towards a new destiny, bringing an inner battle out of us. So we're going to take this set of cards and we're going to take 2 for Mars. Oh, you see, now that's interesting. I always say that. Look at what's before you and not what's behind you. So we've got the juggler in reverse. We've got this frequency of mishandling, of the deceit of the eye, tricking of the eye. And the king, this old monarch who's imprisoned, who did nothing with his life but sit on his throne. He didn't engage with the world. This is his past, our past. And he's pointing at a significant energy. What is the significant energy? North Node. So what's coming in with the North Node? So the next 2 cards representing the North Node are... Now that's also very interesting. So the North Node is bringing, it's opening a treasure trove of emotions that brings us to, look, this is the ultimate destiny card. So the cards are telling their truth. They're showing us that the North Node is offering to open this cup. This cup is closed and she carries a sword. This is Judith, and Judith in the stories, she seduces and kills a general to save the Israelites, if I remember rightly. And so there's something about this Queen of Cups energy, this 13 frequency is accessible for your destiny from this point forwards. And that's what Mars is pointing to. Look at your destiny. Work out what you would like your destiny to entail. What would you like to come up in your destiny? And then the last 2 cards representing Gaia, Uranus. Oh, it's time to heal. It's time to heal. There is an energy here, because this is 18, which is 9, and this is 9. It's like being 1 increment away from the healing. So we have now set Mars. So Mars is, let's put it down as deceits of the past. I'm so sorry I'm not paying attention. But you all know each other very well, and I'm quite sure you're happy chatting together. Deceits of the past, pay attention to actioning the now. And then we had this energy of an emotional destiny awaits all of us. An emotional destiny awaits all of us. And then it's time to heal. So Uranus, Gaia, Uranus is, it's time to heal. Cosmically. Big healing. So we've got those as our 3 energies that we're going to keep throwing. Each of the readings will have 6 cards, and each of the readings will link to those points to talk about those pathways. I'm already getting uncomfortable legs. Gonna put that one out. Ooh! We'll sit this way for a bit. So let's put the book down there. Oh no, we need to do a timestamp because we're about to start. So let's start with, where should we start? Which zodiac sign? So yeah, when I did the reading the other day, we were up there. Today, we're down in the main room. Aquarius. There, I saw the word Aquarius. I'm sorry if someone else said something else. So, Aquarius. Aquarius, and we're going to say that's at 1551. Well, there's a little bit of numerological magic. So, can I have a number between 1 and 12, please? And I will take the first one I see. 7. Wassail. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is your deck. So, we're beginning with this energy of the deceits of the past, Mars energy actioning the now. And your two cards, Aquarius, that go with Mars are, oh, look at that. So love and fortitude, strength. It's weird because when I hold them up there, that one reads first, followed by that one, but actually it's the other way around. It's like, but I'm seeing them the other way around. I am seeing them as this. There's an energy in here of this old Mars king looking at the past and saying that broken relationship, that moment in time that lost your trust in love is your deceit. Yeah, it did. It did lose your trust in love originally. It gave you some kind of trauma of the heart that needs to be fixed. But the point is, it's a deceit in itself. There's a divineness to this energy. You can move on from this if you just unanchor the pain that memory holds for you. So Aquarius, I need to go to something else. See, look, this is the problem. I've got so much planned for you. What's currently in Aquarius? Saturn. And Saturn is at 22 degrees. And it's 22 degrees in the Sabian symbol is symbol 323. And it's a big bear sitting down and waving all its paws. So, what does that mean in this situation? I think it's sit down with yourself. Sit down and be more playful. Stop being the bear with the sore head about a long lost, broken relationship. And actually, wave it goodbye with all your paws. See that it is nothing but a kind of, you see, they're showing me a spinning top. And a spinning top, and it doesn't matter how many times you spin the spinning top thinking that this is new love, it falls over. And that's part of the problem, is you're always preparing for the next moment to just break. To just snap again. You're not believing in not the continuity, but the renewal of energy as we move past this triple conjunction. We're being given a chance to move into something new, but you've got to somehow just contemplate your past, how you've juggled and muddled your mind around the subject of love and a broken heart, as if it's not mendable. This is the moment of mending. This is the moment when things change, okay? So the next two cards, and remember, keep remembering the bear sitting down waving all the paws. You know, there's something about, that's really about a softening energy. So this is the emotional destiny awaiting all of us. And you, oh, I just had a clearance in the now here. So your two cards to go with the North Node energy of destiny. Oh, look at that. Wake up and move on, people. Wake up. The trumpet. You know, this wake to the new sound, the alarm call for you to move on with the world in your hand. But you have to believe that by unanchoring this, unanchoring the emotional trauma that you sit clinging to. So that waiting, look, the little step. And then suddenly the energy to move towards destiny. There's the world in his hands. There's acorns here. There's a sense of Wendhorn, the unbinding, the rune of the unbinding. This is the sound of the unbinding. That's the energy that we're getting here. It's time to unbind your heart, unbind your emotions, and actually begin to trot into a new now. So then we have, it's time to heal the energy of Uranus, Gaia, and your two cards here are, oh, now that's interesting. What are you healing? You're healing the inability to move emotionally. So you're tempering, you're pouring these emotions, look, when we said earlier that Judith has this sealed cup, the cup opens and the energy from the cosmos pours down. The energy of the cosmos pours down. You are being gifted in this moment with the chance to calm, transform your emotions. And I'm liking this Eight of Batons in reverse, because it's talking about this is you stuck. This is you stuck. This is you waiting for that moment. And that moment will come differently to all of us. This is no race. There's no moment. This is a conjunction breaking old destinies and creating new destinies for you, Aquarius. Well, for everyone. But what's interesting about this one is there's an energy of imprisoned in your own passions. You know, this is a card of freedom. This is a card of riding out and being, look, a couple, free, being in love, but you have to temper that energy in order to move free. You have to get to this stage of the destiny. Hold your own destiny in your hand by transforming how you feel about it. So I'm just going to add at the end a little Alchemy of Astrology and just see if there's anything else in the whole rather than under those three separate moments in the conjunction that can help you. So, getting anything for you, Aquarius? Oh, there we go. Boil and Spirit. So, Boil is house 8, which is Scorpio, South Node, where you came from. where this came from. Not necessarily where it came from in a previous life, but you know, maybe there is an energy of a gift that you were always walking towards a heartbreak to learn from it. But this is to transform emotionally, heat and agitate. There's something about the whole subject of love that feels scalding, and you have to transform that. You have to look at, there's an energy of the taboo, that which others tell you is wrong, but there's something about the taboo in you that is the key to the excitement of the passions, the lust that is driven by something being taboo. It's by being socially taboo that it appeals to you, Aquarius, because you like to be a kind of outsider. This is to resurrect yourself, to bring all your emotions, so not just to temper them, but to sort of add heat, add the wands, add the desires and the passions to your emotions again. That's what you need to be moving through. And that will self-actualize you. That will give you the key to your future destiny. This is the liberation of the soul from material obsessions. There's something about a missed inheritance. There's an energy here of like a divorce, and the money never came through. And this is about liberating yourself from something that's not going to change. It's draining trying to change it somehow. So this is really about moving now into what would previously to you have seemed like an unseen realm, something formless, something that you couldn't capture. And that's what this destiny is to hold a new world in the palm of your hand so that you can action your journey forwards from this point. That's nice. That's nice, Aquarius. Nice emotional opening. So, we put these cards and keep those cards. I'm going to have a little sip of orange juice before it gets too warm. So, I'm not quite sure why that's a limited edition orange juice. If it was anyone they sold in that shop. So, who's gonna be the next sign? Aquarius. Quick at your keyboards. Libra, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. So you are at 20, oh, I wrote 22, it's 28, 40, Gemini. Now, can we have a number between 1 and 11? I'm just going to keep moving them down. Between 1 and 11, 1 and 11, 1 and 11 for Gemini, 1 and 11 for Gemini. What's that one? Number 9. Thank you, Space Monk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have your deck. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. So Gemini. Oh no, I need that book. I need to keep referencing it. So we begin with your 2 cards on Mars, which is the deceits of the past that have not served you and what you need to learn. So here are your 2 cards. Oh, look at that one. Now is the time to transform your love. Now is the time to transform love. The bells are ringing for the transformation. this is when the Ace of Cups is reversed, it's about the whole of these emotions pouring down to transform everything about your life. So this is a hugely transformative Mars energy. So almost I want to remind you of the Ides of October, not the Ides, the calends of October. So in ancient Rome, Mars was on the 1st of March, they would go through a ceremony and call Mars into all soldiers and warriors. And then they would go off to war. And then by October, they stopped warring for a bit. Well, that was the idea. And they would then release Mars and they would become the harvesters, the farmers, the laborers in the field, the tillers of soil. And so there's something about this releasing, you see, I want to say releasing some kind of strange, obsessive, aggressive energy around love. Not necessarily aggressive to another, maybe even just to yourself, but there's a strong energy of let go the warrior and become the farmer of love. So the next part is the North Node, the destiny, which is an emotional destiny awaits all of us. And you've got this transformative emotional energy. So here are your 2 cards to go with the North Node. Oh, hang on. You didn't do the Sabian symbol. Now, there are no planets, but you do have Pallas Athena, Gemini, at 13 degrees. And this is a great musician at his piano. You see, that's this energy. I'm now thinking of Scriabin's Prelude in D sharp minor, Scriabin's Prelude in D sharp minor. And it's a piece of music that if you are in a fury, because I'm getting a lot of the energy of kind of Mars and Eris, a little bit of anger going on under there, Gemini, a little bit of scab picking is what I'm being told. It's a piece of music anyway that will take you by the balls and drag you into the realm of sound and force you to let go. It's a little short piano piece, but it will take hold of your aggression and it will transform it. It will do this. It will make you into the great musician at the piano. It will bring you calm. That's what you're needing to do. Calm down. So that is 13 degrees. It's about achievement. So now we're looking at the energy of an emotional destiny awaits us all. North Node. Yeah, it's called a turtle dove. It's one great big room, but there's a small bedroom poking off the corner, and it's a giant space, but it has no windows apart from those ones you see, and then that's in a courtyard that's 5 stories high, so no light gets in here. So I'm living by artificial light. It's very much like being in a strange cave. Also, just behind there, and we're going to do a really fun reading with this, it's a dining table, and you take the wooden bits off at the back there, and it's a red felt pool table. So I'm going to do us a reading where we just put all the cards out all over the pool table, and then we're just going to crack all the balls to move, and then you pick a ball and we look at the cards that are underneath it. Because I like playing. Right, so what have we got? You see, this is turning the energy of the aggression on the head. But you're lost at sea. The Eight of Cups, you don't know how to seek this cup. I want to say there's a blind fury behind you that's making you unable to see the ninth cup. The ninth cup, the Nine of Cups, when you put this together, is Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is currently retrograding from, it's about 12 degrees or something, 8 degrees, and it's heading back into Pisces. Can't remember when it gets there, but Jupiter will move into Pisces, and it feels like at that point this destiny energy will become more clear. So there's no rush, but you're stepping away, you're seeing the reflectiveness of releasing the devil in your soul. So there's something about there being, I'm being shown there's a hole in your bucket, Eliza, there's a hole in your bucket, Eliza, a hole. So there's a repair, an emotional repair that needs to be done. And I suspect it's a rupture through anger that needs to be plugged up so that you can see. There's almost an energy where you're blaming someone else for something you did yourself. When you were in your devilish, impish, naughty energy, you punctured a hole in your own emotional bucket, and you're floating lost at sea, and you're not sure how to repair it because you're not owning it. You're not owning it. You're blaming others for something you brought on yourself, and that's how you find your emotional destiny, is embrace the truth of what you actually created in your past. Okay? So now, it's time to cosmically heal. It's time to heal. It's cosmic time to heal. Oh, interesting. So, this is again going back to that original energy, the Pope and the Knave of Batons. This is Hector, the stranger. You've made yourself a stranger to your own truthful emotions. This rupture in your bucket, Eliza, there's something very interesting in these two staves that are being held. Clinging on to structures that no longer serve you is what heals you, but you are a stranger to your own truthful emotions. So let's... Oh, whoa. You got a lot to say. So, I might come to those, but there's three that are down by the cards. So you have Saturn, F. Oh, they're not Fs, but look, I found a singing bowl in here. It's an A when you strike it. And bit out of tune. So are you, Gemini. So Saturn, this is the lower heart. This is forgive yourself. Oh, with Ceres. And in between is the amalgamation. So F and D. So this is talking about the lower heart frequency of Saturn is the energy to absorb pain. There's something about that hole in your bucket, Eliza, that's allowing you to keep triggering a fury within you, to let your Mars energy out all hot and flustered, picking at that scab and never letting it heal. So you need to forgive you. You need to forgive you. And then this amalgamation card is the House of Partnerships. And it's a partnership, it's with you. You need to make a partnership with your own soul. This feels a little bit like an energy that comes out every now and again for Gemini, which is stop believing that you are divided into two different twin energies and become one energy. Amalgamate your heart into your soul. It's almost like this is one twin, this is the other twin. This is the loving, nurturing, caring Ceres twin, and this is the restrictive Saturnian bully. And you need to just amalgamate and become one. So remember, a good musician at his piano, the achievement is to pull your energies back together, to heal you. Your destiny is to heal you from a kind of erratic, scatterbrained, nervous, drunk, I'm getting in, intoxicated, fun-loving, fun-loving. It's interesting, look, these are 17 and 19. 17 and 19, series. 17. But what's missing is the 18 in the middle. So that's the trick, is finding how you amalgamate yourself into one emotionally stable single Gemini somehow. Look, you can have some beer. Smooth them legs again. Try a different show. So I'm just going to quickly, because they did come out, I just want to see what these are. Look, it's the wounds. Chiron. Chiron is at 16 degrees, and Chiron is prime spinsters. So that's that energy of you not being one. You're split into two, prim. You know, that kind of energy. That's your wound, is the gap between the two versions of you that you hold separate. And you have antimony, which is wolf protection. And this is about coming back to the home, coming back to the self. There's something about you needing to transform with the arsenic, the swan transformation, that energy of hedonistic recklessness. Not saying forever, but you need to find a way to smooth out the rough edges. Okay, Gemini. So, who's next? Who's up next? Well, we're doing the conjunction energy is in every reading. So we have two cards. And so when I keep saying that the Mars energy is looking at the deceits of the past, the North Node is unlocking the emotions of a new destiny, and Uranus is talking about it's time to heal. So I just saw Sagittarius. Sorry if someone else wrote something in between. But we'll go to Sagittarius. And that's at 44. Because I like them to match. So let's get rid of those cards. Sagittarius, pick a number between 1 and 10. 1 and 10, 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 1 and 10. Not seeing, oh, there we go, thank you. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we have your little pile. So, Sagittarius. I need another sip of something. I'm going to have a bit of water. So, first of all, Sagittarius, we are looking at your Sabian symbol. Because I've forgotten to do that every time. So you've got fortune marked at... Oh, I didn't write down the number. I didn't write down the number, Sagittarius. Never mind. So you have fortune, and I can't look it up because I use it on my iPad. So if anyone can look up on the 1st of August where fortune is, we're looking at the Sabian symbol 265, and it's a chubby boy on a hobby horse. A chubby boy on a hobby horse. So, what does that mean? I kind of want to say self-deceit. You know, you are the centaur and you're a chubby boy on a hobby horse. So that's like a kid pretending to be a centaur. It's like a falsehood. So somehow the Sabian symbol is asking you, just what do you think you're doing with your imagination? What's the pretense compared to your true destiny? To be a centaur, to be that noble creature. So, let's have a look at Mars, the deceits of the past. The deceits of the past. You might be saying to me where fortune is, and I'm not paying attention. So, the deceits of the past. Oh, look. The Hanged Man in reverse and death. So, which is first? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, there's something about this Hanged Man in reverse that's almost like a solstice dance. Like dancing for the return of the sun. And you've got to stop that frequency. There's something about squeezing every last material possession from life, clinging to the material. Clinging to the material. You've always clung to the material. That's what I'm getting. You've always clung to the material. And this has to transform. This has to be changed. And it is 12 and 13. It's a natural progression that you need to accept now. So what are you actioning? I think you're constantly actioning more material possession. A kind of sense of hoarding. I mean, even the fact that it's a chubby boy on a hobby horse, you're a grown-up. Throw the hobby horse away. It's a pretense. Wassail Falls Forum. So it's a pretense. You've got to let go of the pretenses, the old energies, and they are somehow... there's something very childish about the obsession you have with possession. And it's not serving you anymore. It's time to transform that. Where am I now? I'm in Argentina. I'm in Sagittarius. We've done Aquarius, Gemini, and Sagittarius. So, let go of childhood pretenses, but also show and tell. Show and tell. So there's an energy where you like to show and tell. People come round and you go, look at what I've got, and you show them it and you tell them about it. You gotta stop it. Your destiny is not what you were as a child. Your destiny is somewhere in the future. So now let's look at the North Node energy here. An emotional destiny awaits all of us. What is the energy of your emotional destiny? It's these two cards. Oh, now then. That's really interesting. I've got to stop saying that. It's fascinating. It's so intriguing, people. Ogier, the Knave of Swords. He who waits. He who waits. Have you waited too long? I feel like there's an energy tied up in here that's not just waiting to move, because now is our moment. But there's an energy here of waiting for acknowledgement. Is that what this energy was about? A need to be acknowledged? A need to be acknowledged. There's something about, like, famous warriors. A need to be acknowledged for rescuing something, preserving something. That's this energy I'm getting. He's preserved, sleeping beneath Denmark. Wassail. You haven't missed very much. I've done Aquarius, Gemini, and Sagittarius. And for anyone that wants to know, Aquarius is at 1551, Gemini at 2840, and Sagittarius at 4444. Whoop! Ah, yeah, and there was an intro at 909. Well done, Cappy. So, yeah, there's something about this. You've almost entombed yourself. Your beard's grown long and grey, and you're waiting for someone else to come and wake you up. You need to get up, oil the wheels of your chariot, bridle your horses, and then move. You are your own destiny. You're not the possessions that you're obsessed with, that you're squeezing. It's like they're sort of talking about an energy where you cling to an old story, Sagittarius. You hold on to some kind of moment and you've told that story. You've milked the buggery out of it. And it's not, there's no point to it anymore. What is the point in clinging to the old, dancing the childhood story, when there's a whole new life destiny ahead of you? So now, what we got on It's Time to Heal, the Gaia-Uranus energy of this triple conjunction, It's Time to Heal, you have got these two cards. I like this because I don't see them until you do. Oh, you got to end it. You've got to end it. You have to make not the decision, not the choice. You have to be certain that this ends. It's hurting you. What's fascinating about this card, there are 10 swords and yet there's another one in her arms. It's like she can't hurt herself enough. She's got an extra sword with her just to really make sure that it's painful. And the Eight of Coins, ordinarily this card is about mastering something, but there's something about it where it's talking about the price you pay to keep wearing the crown. To keep wearing this crown, the price you pay to hoard treasure. There's something of you becoming like a sleeping dragon guarding your hoard. So let's move to the Alchemy of Astrology. I'm working on this deck next. I'll just get the runes ready for print, and then we'll do a test run on that deck. And then we'll publish it, and I'll get on with finishing this deck. It's nearly there. Right, so you've got a hidden energy that you can't see. Moon in Scorpio. Right, I want to say, this is interesting. I was going to say you're getting enough sex, Sagittarius, but it's more that there's a delusion around sex. Go on, admit it, you think you're the best at sex, Sagittarius. And maybe you are in your own head, but it's not relevant. It's another delusion. Got to get rid of the delusions. There's an X-ray vision that is coming to you. Part of your process here is to see the truth of yourself. This is a big heavy one. Sorry, Sagittarius. So what do we have here? Moon in... There's a lot of moon going on. There's a lot of moon for that chubby boy on the hobby horse. So, it's almost like, I'm offering you some energies, and it's almost like it's too much of a headache, and your emotions are becoming constipated from even considering the freedoms moving forwards. Chubby boy on a hobby horse. So, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Right, so, ooh, another moon in Pisces. And that's daydreaming. This all feels like the energy of the past. You know, this is Moon in Scorpio, but with a Mars energy, really dominant, ruling frequency. North Node, maybe it's a Moon in Aries, but there's an energy here where you can't seem to assert your independence from this childhood trauma. And then this being the energy of the healing, you're daydreaming it. You're kind of, there's a sort of, you're being like, you're having a passive sensitivity and you're not moving it forward. Whereas the movement is Aries, not dreamy moon in Aries, action, fire up, fixed, mutable, cardinal. The fire energies are here to work with you as part of your destiny. This is to control. This is like the touch paper under your own arse, because you've got to move on. And where does it end? Capricorn. Ah, you see now, that's interesting. Oh, it's 110. That's always a number of deep magic. So it's about manifesting a Wheel of Fortune moment. There's something about, it's just showing you the choice here. If you continue to not engage in transforming this hoarding, milking, childhood energy, these moons rolling round and round and round, you have a choice: ferment, stagnate, or action change. And these are both cardinal energies. They will both, this one will swallow you, this one will spit you out forwards. So it's a really positive reading that you have the healing, but you have to engage in actioning it. So, waggy finger. At Sagittarius. So, we'll just put these cards back. Put these cards back and move on to another sign. Who are we gonna do next? You decide. Taurus. In that already. Gustav was well on that one. Do you think there'll ever come a point, Gustav, where you'll show your whole face in a thumbnail? So, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus at 6100. So you're an hour and 1 minute. So actually I should put that 01, 01, and then I'm going to put 01. 01, 01, 01. 01, 01, 01, 01, 01, 01. Hooray! There's going to be a point when Gustav shows his whole face. Right, so now we're moving on to Taurus. Now, obviously, Taurus, you've got Mars, North Node, and Gaia, Uranus, in your sign at 18 degrees, 1/8, on the 1st of the 8th. I feel like I want to wee now. It's going to be ages away. So, your Sabian symbol is a newly formed continent. Yeah, it's for everybody, that one. But it's going to particularly focus, I would imagine, on an energy within you of looking into the cosmic ocean and pulling a new destiny, a new philosophy from the cosmic ocean. So, or pulling it up, letting it rise from beneath the cosmic sea. So, give me a number, please, between 1 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Between 1 and 9, please. 1 and 9. Number 5. You're on this. You're so on this because it's May, isn't it? It's 5th month. So, we begin with the Mars energy. Remind ourselves what Mars means in this conjunction. Mars means the deceits of the past and pay attention to actioning the now. So, to go with Pointy Finger Man, who's saying you juggled your past rather badly, I sat on a throne with bed sores. You have now got... So, you've got the Significator and the King of Swords, King David. What am I getting from this? I'm getting Taurus, I'm getting this energy of allowing society at large to slightly punish you, listening to the views of others and allowing that to infect as well as affect you. Oh, look, Kathy's got a lyre where he's got a little Celtic harp. There's something in the energy of King David that's about like a PR exercise in presenting the best you, but it's not the true you. You're not resonating into your truth. You're kind of taking this... You're kind of shaking. It's like fibbing to yourself. just need to look at the king point and see what the point is here. You're framing yourself. You're blocking yourself in. You need to have a surer clarity. You've almost, it's like having a CV full of shit, you know, a curriculum vitae. You've gone too far down it in many ways, and you're not sure how to transform that. The point is, now is that time. Now is that time to kind of resurgence for you. This is the moment when you can change the frequency where there's something about opening a box and like throwing out all the blankets. Why blankets? Clothing, changing. I don't mean change a wardrobe. I just mean change the energy of the frequency in which you walk significantly. So, the new destiny energy, the emotional destiny energy, you have for the North Node, you have these two. Oh, now that's also fascinating. This is a blockage. This is a massive earth blockage, physical blockage. And there's something about this that's kind of coming down from the heavens to bring in the transformations. And it comes with, it was that way around. From the darkness, from the sadness, from the blockages, from the mistruths, comes a new tune to move you forwards. But you, like this queen who holds the cup closed to bring the energy down, you have to transform in your moment and march forwards. This roadblock that's been built, this earth serpent, isn't a permanent blockage. It's something which you keep running into, and then at some point you will work out how to blow your own trumpet. No more second fiddle. Blow your own trumpet and move on. Make a song, make a dance, make people notice you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, Taurus. Get up off that couch. So then this is the time to heal cosmically. Oh, now I love that. This tower is unlike any other tower I've ever had before. This is about being charged. This is like you are a battery. Your energy was blocked. And the cosmos, this energy, this cup, is going to come down and charge you emotionally. It's going to bring you new joys, new satisfactions. And this is the card I always call the Stephen Fry card, because for some reason his old face looks a bit like Stephen Fry. It's like the cosmos is coming in. That energy of Uranus, Gaia is coming in to bring you new, like movement with spirit. There's a spirit who's around you. There's a spirit that's been with you all your life. And that spirit has been disconnected through you not living in your truth, and this sudden charging up energy is going to allow you to re-engage with this watcher spirit, this energy to glide you to guide you, glide you back towards yourself. That's the interesting thing. This frequency, when you blow your own trumpet truthfully, it's bringing you back in line. You become almost a procession, a parade that's in its right frequency. So, don't go down in between that sofa. So, you've got two hidden energies. Moon in Virgo and Moon in Libra, but actually Libra came first. This is, it feels like it's part of the full moon coming up in Aquarius. It's a chance to end those frequencies, to be more at ease with yourself, to okay, so there's an energy of incompletion anxiety. You get an anxiety around the fact that you've not been able to make completion on something. Sort it, don't worry about it. And then trusting flow, trimming your life, redefining your own circumstances. You've got to step backwards. Just move backwards a little bit to reevaluate. And then you have jumping across the energy of the North Node and Gaia Uranus is the Earth. The energy of the Earth element, the physical world. And that's really this. The destiny is Ten of Pentacles. There's something about being grounded, being stable. And this is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So this is refixing you on the earth, refixing yourself on the earth. And then we have two more. So you got it hard there, Gustav, I'm telling you. You've got Hermea, which is birthing creativity. This is fecundity. This has got a very Taurian energy about it. There's something about true essence, the door of your soul, opening the door of your soul to what? The most amazing transformation, Philosopher's Stone. So you're moving from an energy that you're trapped in to an energy of opportunity, prima materia, all elements to be alchemized, an omnipresent philosophical matter, the sea womb, the sea womb. So that energy of the new continent rising from the sea womb, the ocean. You are that continent, Taurus. That's what it's saying. There's a creativity that you will embark on that will bring you out of the drowning sea. Big, mystically magical transformation to come out of you. So Taurus, that was your little shenanigans. So now, who is going to be the next sign? Was someone clever and getting ready? Pick a sign, pick a sign. Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. So Libra is a 74, 37. So now pick a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 8. 1 and 8, 1 and 8. Oh! 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So Libra, you got no planets in yours, just like Gemini. But you do have the descendant on tomorrow, on the 1st. And so that's at 0 degrees to 1 degree of Libra. It's Sabian symbol 181. And it's a butterfly made perfect by a dart, which sounds to me like people killing butterflies and sticking them on pins. But really it's about the energy of pinning something down. You need to pin something down, Libra. So we begin your reading with a sip of orange juice, because I need a wee. And it's getting warm. So, we begin with the energy of Mars. What is Mars bringing to your game? What are the deceits of the past that you need to pay attention to by activating the now? Oh, now that's interesting. This is, there's two energies coming from this. One is the widow or widower of a great love. The other one is how you're the sign of partnerships. This is about not achieving partnership. This is the energy of self-sabotaging love interests. And this is Pallas Athena. But this is interesting. This is the Italian energy tarot deck, where this is lovers meeting, supporting each other, and yet you've got you got love round the wrong way, Libra. That's heavily defunct for a Libran. So I feel there's an energy here of a mirror as well. There is someone who matches you in the mirror, but there's something about this card of distorted widowhood that is stepping in the way. It's almost not willing to engage. There's something here about the love of the dead. I don't mean in a necrophiliac way. I mean just having lost someone you love through death and an unwillingness to engage in any future energy. That's what I'm getting here. But I am also getting that energy of, because this is a big transformational energy, there is something awaiting you, but you have an inability to turn the world around the right way. So, oh, a bit of an itch. There we go. So, your energy of the North Node and emotional destiny awaits all of us. Law reversals, got to turn things around. Oh, these are two cards of love. You've got to turn around your attitude to love and partnerships. This is Paris. And the Knight of Cups and the Knave of Cups. I know it's two men, it doesn't need to be two men, but it's very nice two men, I'm telling you, in case you've never experienced that. but there's an energy of perfection, but not not necessarily like a king and a queen. This is something new. This is something young. This is something precious that's coming in, but you have to turn around the energy of your belief in what you expect from love. There's something about distorted expectations. But you've got a card of the Lovers, and then you've got, although upside down, the energy of a young new relationship forming. And then the energy for it's time to heal. Look, that's really interesting. It's time to heal. You know, you may not be a widow as such, but this is the energy of someone cut away from love. The grief of the empty box of emotions, the truth behind your heart is what will heal you, Libra. It's funny, there was a comment about money, but this is often seen as a card about inheritances, but I'm actually seeing it today as the kind of false emotions around, you know, like the stepmother in Snow White, and she's looking at the pig's heart and she's feigning grief. But it's also about you, Libra, looking in your own heart and seeing an emptiness. You need to see the truth of the emptiness in order to move the energy forward, so that you can bring this divine newness of young love. And by that I mean an immature love, a new love, an energy that is fresh, an energy that rejuvenates. That's your destiny here, is to find a rejuvenation around the subject of being in love with another. So let's get this deck. The Alchemy of Astrology. Interesting. Saying it again. Oh my goodness. Eris, the sun, and Eros. Love again. What's interesting about Eris and Paris is obviously Eris is the one that sows the golden apple of discourse at the wedding, and it's Paris that has to decide who is the most beautiful of the three goddesses that gets the golden apple. Eris is also a disruptor, an agitator. So there's some kind of agitation around your empty heart. It gives you agitation, like palpitations, and yet this is pure joy, like this. The sun is offering you, the sun card in this deck has two young boys on it, who are like kind of Pollux and Castor. And that's what I'm being reminded of, the sheer bliss, the happiness, the uplift, the light that shines from within two people newly in love. I had a visit from two subscribers who live here in Buenos Aires, and they're newly in love, and they were really shiny. That's just how people are. So Eros is sexual desires, kinks, the need for sexual pleasure, eroticism, playfulness. There's some kind of energy where I feel a little bit like this is the energy that sometimes comes up with Scorpio Libra, where you're a little bit too kinky for everyone you bumped into. And so you're suppressing the truth of your sexual desires, Libra. You know, you're expected to just be the frequency, the energy of Venus. But, you know, Venus, she's the goddess of love. There is sensuality, there is eroticism. There has to be playfulness in the relationships that you're making. It's not this formal, though loving, and it's not this empty-hearted, passionless box. This journey is something really about... I often think that Eris is given a sort of a tough frequency. Eris moves very slowly. I think Eris might even be retrograde at the moment. There's something here about a movement backwards to heal, like being left out of love somehow, and being a bit frustrated and angry, Libra. But you've got the energy of Eros, you've got the energy of transforming your psyche, Eros and psyche, and you kind of elevate your emotions to filling your love chest with a new opportunity. Okay? It's a lot of love in the air. Love's in the air. Everywhere I look around. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. Or something. And I don't know what to do. Can't remember the words. So, next sign, please, people. Next sign, please, people. I need to straighten my back. Ah! So, next sign, please, people. I've got to get through this. We've got to get through this. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signs. Leo. Leo is at 87.55. So, Leo, pick a number, please, between 1 and 7. Seven. Lucy says 7. Okay, so here's your pile of cards. Leo, what have you got? What have you got? What have you got in your sign? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got in your sign? I need to straighten my legs into a different position. So I need to straighten my back and sit on my knees a bit. So, Leo, you have got 2 Sabian symbols because you've got both the Sun and Mercury. So the Sun is at 9 degrees of Leo, and you've got Mercury at 25 degrees of Leo. So the Sun is Sabian symbol 130, Mercury is Sabian symbol 146, and your 2 phrases are early morning dew, Wassail, charity, early morning dew with the Sun, and a rainbow with Mercury. I think they're really interesting. This early morning dew, something fresh, something cosmic forming that has fractals inside it, and then the sun rises and rainbows flash from within all those tiny little glistening beads of early morning dew. So, we need to look at Mars first. Your 2 cards of Mars, the deceits of the past. Oh, nearly picked up 3. The deceits of the past. What are you working with? What are you working with? Oh, now. Leo. 9 of Swords. This is a card of celibacy. You ain't getting enough of it. So you need to balance. You need to balance life. You need to balance loss, Leo. You need to. You see the 9 of Swords, and then Justice brings the 10th sword, so you can rebuild things. But there's a real energy in Mars of a decrepit frequency, something very dark. I want to say there's something really heavy and patterned like depression energy. And there's something lonely, and we've had this energy before for you, Leo, where you are a very social animal. And for the last couple of years, your sociability, the ability to socialize, has been disturbed and distorted. And that's really affected you a lot more than most people would give you credit for. It's not even that. It's that just people just have been wrapped up in their own worlds. And so all your usual tools to socialize, explore, friend, play, love, have been taken away. And we've been talking about that energy returning, and I think it's been very piecemeal. There's been, 1 step forwards, 2 steps back. And I think that at the moment you're in this need for true social balance in which you can be proud of your energy. You can be the Leo. It's your season. You've just begun with the dew on all the little droplets of grass and spiders' webs. And inside that are all these promising fractals of energy waiting to be a kaleidoscope of joy. But to you, it still feels microscopic. It's like you're waiting for the monsoon rainbow. So, what is your destiny? The North Node. An emotional destiny awaits all of us. Your 2 cards are... Ooh. So, the female Pope is the High Priestess. She always comes across in this deck as, and so it was written. But there's something about this card now in the reverse, where she's saying, this wasn't what was written. Or change. Change what was written. This is the card of emotional imagination. You have to redefine who you are, Leo. You have to choose to change all that was written. So all that was written, and I mean throughout your whole life, but mainly I mean in the last 2 years, all that was written was not your truth, was not your pre-incarnation energy. It was something that was, you were almost being hit round the head by the book. And you have to bring balance. You have to bring a new imagination to stop this decrepitude celibacy frequency. Get back on the bike of love. I feel that I'm being shown very much an energy of toxic emotions caused by the last 2 years. Almost like choking. I'm being shown you choking. It's been so emotionally troublesome. So, then it's time to heal. Oh, I don't know which way I pick them up because it's slightly turned around. Must be this way. You see, I get the feeling it's that way. I think I twisted them round in my hands. Because that I can understand, that I can't. Well, in that we can start that way and turn it the other way. We can start this way and turn it the other way. There's a transformation in the healing. What are we talking about? Is bringing back the magic into your world. That's the important part here, Leo. Magical imagination. Rewrite your own past. Retell the story. Whose was the reading earlier where they were mistelling their story and that had choked them? Yours is like the opposite. Yours is like, just go back and rewrite it. Change it. So you can look at this. Or look at it this way. Or look at it this way. But there's something about, there's a pre-incarnation, cosmic, pre-written, contracted energy. And then, like some kind of legal wizard, you're rewriting it. And Lancelot is about bringing an energy from Avalon, growing up, remembering a world of magic, and bringing the magic to the world. You've got to bring your magic to the world, and that will create your future. This card in reverse is the future. This way up, it's the now, the past. So this is your time to write yourself a magical future. That's what we're getting. I have to put that leg out that way. Yeah, he's ever since I went to France and went to the forest of the Wassail, which is where they believe all the true Arthurian legends come from. He's Lancelot du Lac, of the lake. And all over that area of Brittany, they have Merlin's dolmen, they have the lake that the sword came out. I went to visit there. There's a lake of the fairies. I can't think what the French word is. It's like in the Nutcracker Suite, I've forgotten it. Anyway, there's the lakes of the fairies. There's the place where Morgan Le Fay locks all of her lovers that didn't do as she said away in the mountains. It's really an interesting place. So, Leo, we got a little bit coming on. Make. And Ceres, make your own sacred seat of the soul. Rewrite. There's something about, this is the hunting of the cosmic eggs. So this is like him Lancelot bringing the cosmic egg from Avalon. So in the Rapa Nui, Makemake is the chief god of the Rapa Nui. There's something where they set a race and all the fit people dive into the water and they swim across to another island. And that's where all of the birds lay their eggs. And they have to capture an egg and then swim back. And the first person to deliver the egg gets to become, I think for a year, they become someone who's sort of like the chief spiritual meditator. And so they get to sit and they don't have to do any work, and they get to allow their dreams, their visions. It's rewriting a magical future. That's what this energy is coming across as, unlocking that energy into the soul, into the frequency of Ceres. It's about, I feel like you broke your self-love, and that's what you've got to rewrite. You've got to find your pride of being king of the jungle energy. You've got to understand. Ceres creates a winter of discontent. So that's why we have winter. It's the 6-month period where her daughter Persephone goes down and lives with Hades. I mean, Persephone's having a great time with Hades, but she goes into a period of mourning. She brings on a winter period. You've just gone through your winter of discontent. 1717 I'm being drawn to. So yeah, you've got to rewrite your sacred magic to bring your destiny that you most want to live forwards. That's what I'm getting. Oh look, 97 likes. That's nearly 99, which is a very lucky number for me. Make it so. Click that like button. So, Leo, and 68, year I was born. Not getting any more likes. Hey, there it is. Wow, 99, 99, 100. I saw it though. So, oh no! See, I got so overexcited. I just tried to swipe up all the cards rather than just the Leo ones. So, who's next? Who wants a reading? Which sign? We're halfway through. Virgo. Wassail, Mystic. Virgo. So Virgo is coming in at 20, 30. So pick a number between 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6. 3. Virgo, pile 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we begin with your Sabian symbol connection. What have you got? You got the moon tomorrow in Virgo, and it's Sabian symbol 172, and the moon will be at 21 degrees of Virgo. Wassail, Anthony, what are you asking me? We'll see. It depends how very long the 12 signs are before I go on to an Ophicus. Yeah, it's a royal coat of arms is the Sabian symbol for 21 degrees. I find that interesting because I feel that it's an energy of a personal insignia rather than a royal coat of arms. It's almost, there's something about where Regulus moved from Leo to 0 degrees of Virgo that's almost like handing over the royal star to Virgo, but there's something about this royal coat of arms that just feels like it's something that's like the coat of arms of the individual. So that we're each being given a collectiveness, because there's something about the old energy of monarchy that just doesn't hold with the age of Aquarius, because it's transferred from Leo to Virgo, and we've just gone from Leo to Virgo, I believe we have. So we're doing a natural progression. So your Mars energy, the energy of the past that has been bugging you, is Viticots. You see, there's something of a hand over there from sort of Leo to Virgo, handing over legality, I want to say handing over the energy of Regulus being the summer solstice or the June solstice to being the autumnal equinox. And there's something here about like whispered gossip around you. There is also an energy of love. But I am getting this energy of receiving something important. Oh, something was given to you and it caused discourse around you. Like, yeah, really gossip. That's the energy I'm getting. You received something. You received, it could have just been like within a family where some parent gave a child something. But it's like somebody, this royal coat of arms thing, somebody of significantly more dominant, higher frequency was given to you, and it caused problem, discord, yeah, it caused trouble. It is like the energy of a troubled inheritance. And this, I feel like in some places the energy didn't go right. Maybe the intention was this and something ganged up to stop it. It could work either way, but it's definitely got something to do with someone of higher significance, either promising or giving some kind of gift to you that has caused more pain than you imagined it would. Okay, so the next two cards are the emotional destiny. Ooh. Dame Fortune's Wheel and the King of Batons. This is Caesar. This is you're coming into your rulership. You are this one. Is it that one? I will reign. I will reign. I will move to the position of reigning. I am to be Caesar. That is your destiny. To move up, regardless of whatever this was. The truth of the Wheel of Fortune at the moment is to crown you Caesar. Ah, you see a royal coat of arms. I didn't like that, but anyway, you are being acknowledged is probably the best way to look at it. An enthroning. What else do I want to say about him? Because, you know, he's the king of... I want to say there is this energy. There is the energy of the other half of love. Just because I always have the King of Wands, where are you? That energy. you know, the king of passions. But that's just a sideline energy that I have to acknowledge because of the presence of the Two of Cups. So there is a destiny of being crowned, being enthroned, being Caesared. That is your North Node destiny. So your healing energy, the Uranus, you see, now that's also interesting. Oh, it's really weird. So this is the card when it's this way up. Look, of being in power, being in control, being that Caesar energy, but there's something about it coming this way this time with this card of saying you don't understand your sovereignty when you reign alone. There's something about you needing to be in a frequency with another, whether it be friendship, which this card represents, or whether it be this Two of Cups energy. You're not happy as Caesar alone. You're not happy building home alone. Your joy comes from sharing with other souls. And that's a beautiful destiny. It's a very healing energy, but you have to kind of bring that energy to truth. You have to own it, you have to admit it. This is about bringing energy of truth. Holding space for others so that it allows you to be like enthronable is, I guess, the best way of putting it, is to bring you to your... There's something about this being like a spiritual coronation. So let's get this. I'm just moving the small on my back because I'm sitting weirdly on the sofa the wrong way around. Oh, there we go. We have a little flutter, but I have to keep... There we go. Can't stop a shuffle when it started. Now, Mercury, throat. There's something about a need to a need to communicate the truth. Oh, you see, look. Quincunx, and it says not speaking, and that's what I just got then, was this energy of not being able to voice your truth, because this family friend dispute has had such an effect, and you've got to whittle it down. It's like you don't need all these spare swords. You're not interested in them. You know, if you take the 8 of Swords and remove 7, you're left with 1 sword, and each person brings 1 clarity. But here, this energy is very much... You're existing, but you're opposing yourself. 1, 4, 4, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a barrier. And then coming together, like, it doesn't have to be the same sex, but it's nice to have same-sex cards. Sappho is currently going into a conjunction with Venus in Cancer at 17 degrees. So Sappho's at 16 degrees. But this is, I mean, look, the blockage of the voice, the sensual wordsmith, the person who speaks poetry more beautifully than anyone, Sappho. And Sappho is the only heavenly body named after a real human rather than a god or a deity. So there's something about love poetry, and there is something about the need for a solution, a purity of love within this. Vocal aphrodisiacs, finding the words to seduce, sensual bathing rituals. Sappho was a priestess at some point in a temple of Athena, and that's all about bathing rituals, cleansing of the body, transforming energy, healing. Yeah, there's something about the release of the voice here, Virgo. To speak with truthful passion. Is it Sappho? I'm sure it is Sappho that's about to go into a conjunction with Venus. That gives us three Venus symbols in alignment, and it is card 33. There's something about a declaration, an enthronement, like a declaration of your own power, your own voice. Speaking Galdir is to speak something into existence, and that feels like that's your energy, to speak you, to sing you, to hum, to create, to sensually declare you. That's your energy. Ooh. Watch out for all those seductive Virgos coming at you. So now, who's going to be the next little sign of mine? Oi, 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 oi. Let's just sit in another weird position for a bit. Pisces. So, Pisces. Pisces at 117.55. Okay, 117.55, and I need to find you your Sabian symbol, which is obviously Neptune, who is at 25 degrees of Pisces, retrograding. I also will need a number. Sorry, I wasn't looking up. I need a number between 1 and 5. Between 1 and 5. 1 and 5. 2. Thank you, Fool. I'll just pull pile 2 across. So, Neptune. This is a complicated one. So, the Sabian symbol is the 356th Sabian symbol. And it's a new moon that divides as influence. That divides its influence. A new moon that divides its influence. A new moon that divides its influence. We've just had a new moon. Whether it's dividing its influence because of this conjunction, I'm not sure. It's a fog clearing. It's a fog clearing exercise, usually when you've got Neptune involved in things. So let's go in, let's see what we have as your Mars energy. How is Mars working with you on the deceits of the past? Oh, not that provides, it's that divides, but maybe it provides. Seven of Coins is an innocence of energy. It's a fair exchange. Maybe this is where the energy is being divided up into gold. Because you've got the Ten of Cups. This is... I'm getting an energy of like an empty home or an empty space in the past. Because there's nobody in this city. There's something about like being in the wrong place at some point, not necessarily right now, but there's something about exchanging a house contract, a rental contract, a workspace, a studio, some kind of energy where you went in an innocence and you found a kind of empty frequency in there. And that's what you keep looking back to. Some misnomer around contracts. Dividing its influence. He's pointing at emptiness. Why do you feel empty, Pisces? Around home. Why do you feel empty around home? I mean, it could be that you're someone who had children and the children have gone away now. And so maybe you're thinking about moving. There could be, oh yeah, because look, there's something about this. The empty home, the full home. Let's look at the next card, two cards, which are the North Node, the emotional destiny that is awaiting. Oh, you see, now that's nice. And this is the moon. It's correcting a division. There's something about, again, an old home, a new home. There's something about the 777. There's something about re-engaging in the world. Your destiny is to re-engage in discourse, conversation, renewal. There's an energy of renewal, movement, home building, transforming, moving. All of those sort of things are possibilities coming in. I need another sip of orange juice. I really need a wee. I feel like it feels like you're, Pisces, you're not with your people. And that's what's bothering you. But when we go into this energy of the destiny that's coming forwards, there is a sense of you coming towards your people, your tribe, your people that are on the same balance as you. There's something about that renewal. So maybe it divides so that you can separate. So the new moon that divides its influence, it's a chance to begin something new, to divide you into something else. I might have to go for a little pee break in a minute. So, and you can talk among yourselves. So this is the healing. You see, again, I'm getting this energy of taking the mask off the world around you and just going, do you know what? This isn't where I'm meant to be, and I'm going to make a difference about that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to move the frequency. And the Fool is that move. It's that faith. You will decide when and if the moon's here again. When and if and when. It's down to you to choose your life reveal. I am daydreaming. Getting that energy where you daydream. Getting that energy where you prevaricate. Getting that energy where you imagine all kinds of different things. Have you changed your picture there already? It's in miniature, I can't see it. I love the fact that, you know, when I started 2 years ago, lots of people who would come on in and chat had, you know, various picture thumbnails. And over the time, more and more people have been revealing themselves. And I like it. I like seeing people's faces. I like knowing who I'm talking to. So, what have we got for Pisces? We've got Aqua Regia, dissolving gold and noble metals. Dragon's blood. I feel like this is an energy of something you know you need to do. Discovery of your own tribal truth. Oh, look, Neptune. You come out in your own reading. What is he at? 20 what? 20, 27, 25. I just hoped he'd have been at 21. But anyway, Neptune. This is ancestral blood echoes, dragon's blood echoes. I feel like you have to, this sextile is coming across as Wentorn. You have to unbind yourself from the past. Have you lived in the same house forever? And it's time to transform it. You've also got wolf protection. You've got antimony. And this is home. You need a new home. You need to move. You need to action somehow. I'm not saying you have to. The cards are suggesting that somehow you transform the energy of home. And that brings a new energy to you. There's something, you know, a sextile is a really good energy. It's a flirty, friendly, it's a helpful energy. But you've almost got to dissolve the old rigidity of this, I want to say, without you being upset, like a soulless home. It's lost its frequency in your world, and this Neptune sextile frequency is kind of like Neptune's kind of, you know, flirting and pulling the fog off so that you can see, so that pulling the bloody helmet off your head so that you can see properly. and get into that energy of an instinctual, wild, so out of character sense of just going, oh, do you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my home. And that could mean just changing the decoration in your home. It could mean moving rooms around in the home. But there's something where there's a staleness, and that's the first part of your new destiny, is to bring new energy to the home. Right, we've got 4 left. I'm going to go for a wee quickly. So talk among yourselves and don't listen. I should be back. coming. So many pillows there. So, I'm back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. Right, so, who's the next sign? See, you've got to practice that. You could have had the keyboards ready. Press send. Who's next? If you don't know who we've had already, you have to ask Kathy really nicely to put the list up. Thank you, organic intelligence. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Oh, I'm going to stretch that leg. Oh yeah, la la la. So Cancer is going to be at 132.22. So number between 1 and 4. Yeah, 1 and 4. There it was. 1 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kathy said 9. 1 and 4, Kathy. One, 2, 3, 4. 2. I saw the number 2. I'm having 2. Sorry, really cool. I saw a 2. I'm having wrong, but I gotta push on. Gotta push on because now I've got a wee. I can have more to drink. I'm hungry. So, let's go to Cancer, Sabian symbols. What you got, Cancer, Sabian wise? You have got Dark Moon Lilith, and Dark Moon Lilith is at 12 degrees, and you've got Venus at 17 degrees in Cancer, and they are Sabian symbols 103 and 108. So you've got one hand slightly flexed with a prominent thumb. Okay, that's Dark Moon Lilith. And then Venus is a hen scratching for her chicks. But also you have got Sappho in that mix. So you got kind of a triple Venus symbol conjunction taking place during this triple conjunction. So a hen scratching for her chicks. Not sure how I want to read that hen scratching for her chicks. Is it that she's lost her chicks, or is she calling her chicks? That might come out in the reading. And then this hand with the prominent thumb, that again feels like it's bringing something, an offering from Dark Moon Lilith. And Sappho. There's a lot of goddess energy up there in Cancer at the moment. So let's have a look at the top 2 cards, which are your Mars frequency. Oi! Now, if that isn't some kind of pregnancy, I don't know what is. So they say open wound in my head. The Empress is all blockages being moved forwards. 3 again, we've got that energy of 3. The 3 Venuses. And this is the energy of very open, Charlemagne, truthful, honest emotions. So this is, I feel like this is cardinal emotions. There's something very mismatched but divine about this. Almost like there's something about this energy. It's really difficult to say. I kind of want to say it's like a married couple and they are gorgeous together, but they're not suited. It's a really lovely energy, but they don't match. I feel like he's almost too open for her. Is this something about the heart of Cancer needing to match? I'm seeing the symbol of the Cancer sign, and I'm just getting that sense of not Gemini twins, but like a perfect relationship, and yet they're completely different. And I would say that he is more gregarious than her. This could be a woman with a woman, it could be a man with a Cancer man, but the Cancer energy is the Empress. And there's something blocked about the Empress. I feel like you don't have, in the past, you've not been comfortable, you've shielded yourself slightly from emotions, and yet your cardinal emotions, your Cancer, you're meant to be that, not him. And I think that bothers you. Well, it should, really. What is it that you can't drop the gowns of grief? And I don't mean death. I just mean a profound... It's almost like you were taught not to show emotions. And you met this partner who can't do anything other than show their emotions. And that somehow is gorgeous, but it's still holding a suppression on you because you're allowing all emotional encounters to be expressed through a significant other rather than yourself. And that's what you're trying to action something new on. You've got to find a way of expressing the fluidity of emotions through you. Look, you're gorgeous together, but it's still not allowing your emotional truth to the surface. So, the North Node, which is the emotional destiny awaiting. Oh, now, see, look. There's something... You love this person, but it bugs you that everyone thinks they're so perfect. You're bored. You're bored with this perception of perfection. You're bored with this perception of perfection. But somehow you've got to turn this round. Because that's not your destiny. That is your destiny. To complete you. How do you complete you? I'm being shown like fancy footwork, like chess maneuvers, like you are the queen in a chess game. There's something about an unwillingness to move. But you're not depressed. It's not that. It's bored. It's bored with this perception or misperception of you. So let's look at the healing energy and see whether that gives us the clue. So your 2 cards of healing, the kind of Gaia Uranus, it's time to heal. Now, that one, it doesn't matter what way up it is, it's always the same frequency. So, I feel like the healing is to bring this relationship into true equality, true joyous equality. It's a good relationship, it's a pleasant relationship, it's a loving relationship, but it's not ticking on its perfection. And your destiny is to bring this perfection forwards. Knight of Swords in reversal. There's something about pruning the ties of the darkness of emotions somehow. When it's this way, the card is often described as quite a warrior, quite sort of, you know, riding roughshod. And yet there's something this way that's a little bit more dynamically, I want to say dynamically microscopic. I'm being shown needles, stitching, mending, that energy of just, there's so many tiny things, but there's somehow, you've been stitching, but there's something that's been snagged way back, and there's something about you need to unpick, you don't want to unpick, because that would mean omitting a misstitch or a dropped stitch. And there's something where you've been taught to always kind of glide, sail through the frequency without admitting errors. There's nothing wrong with admitting errors, admitting to errors. Maybe that's how you heal your emotions, is to maybe admit to you, to the other, the moments when you misthreaded. This is now becoming the needle and the thread, and you can't look at the reflection because you'll see the misstitching behind. So just admitting to human errors will bring you a better perfection. I feel like you've never reviewed your silence on your emotions, your cardinal emotions. Cardinal emotions. I'm not taking that one because it is a wound, but it fell before I was shuffling Chiron. So there we go. Oh, and another one. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Life trimming. Unpick the stitches backwards to where you dropped a stitch and you just walked on without going back over it. And it's bothering you. It's making you... it's like it's giving you indigestion somehow, emotional indigestion, and that needs to move forwards. Water, look, this is you. Water, cardinal emotions. So you need to nurture you. You need to be like river-like, but they're saying go wash in the river. Take that garment that is your life and wash it clean, because you're not looking back. She's not looking back, and it's hurting you somehow. Look back, unpick it, unanchor it, and stitch it back up with new threads. Right there, look. This is, you need to be poetic. 1, 3, 3, 3. Okay? 13, 6 and 7, 1, 3, 3, 3. You need to express emotions. You need to, oh look, sensual bathing ritual. You need to cleanse you. And again, it's that vocal aphrodisiac. Seduce you and you seduce life, I guess, is what they're saying. You need to return to a seductiveness. And then you end with aqua regia. You need to dissolve your need to discover the truth. You have to dissolve the metals, the noble. There is this, haughty nobility around admitting errors. You've got to dissolve that. You've got to let it go. You know, to be in error is funny. I had a partner once who, you know, he would punch or break inanimate objects because of his mishandling of them, or a cupboard might, as he shut it, have pinged back and hit him or something, and he would be angry with the thing. When things like that happen to me, I just laugh. I see the funny side to all errors. There's a little low step over there. Oh, the other night, in the middle of the night, I came down to get a drink of water, and I forgot he was there. Well, I didn't know he was there when he walked down it twice, and I just cracked all of my toes directly into it. And it really, really hurt. But I just laughed, because it doesn't matter. You know, we all do silly things, and we should laugh them off, rather than sitting worrying that someone's gonna shame us for it. So, that's your little Cancer reading around this destiny. So, we've got 3 signs left to go, and I don't know who they are. It must be Sagittarius, Aries, and Capricorn. Sagittarius, Aries, or Aries, 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 Aries. Aries. I just spelt that wrong. But it doesn't matter, you can laugh about your mistakes. So I need a number. Oh, did I do Sagittarius? Who am I missing then? If we've got Aries, I just want to know who's left. We haven't done Capricorn. No, oh yeah, I did do Sagittarius. I haven't done Capricorn. Oh, Scorpio. Capricorn and Scorpio. Thank you. So sorry, 4. Esther said 4. You may have said other numbers. I didn't see them. Oh no, it's between 1 and 3 now. I haven't done the timestamp, sorry. I'll do it now. Aries, timestamp will be 1:50:20. And number one. Deck number 1 is in place. Now, Aries, what you got Sabian symbol-wise? What you got Sabian symbols? In Aries, you got Jupiter, you've got Chiron, and you've also got the vertex, which is a point in time, but it's been at 0 degrees of Aries for so long. I don't understand why. So, here's your little stories. So we have obviously, the Sabian symbol for the vertex of 0 degrees is 1. So it's a woman rises out of the water and a seal rises and embraces her. I was picking up Sedna in that, and Sedna's at 29 degrees of Taurus, 2950, but Sedna's orbit's about 11,000 years. So she won't actually, so she must be ready to move into Gemini imminently, and it's like, no, not until 2024. But I still got Sedna with that energy. A woman rising out of the water, a seal rising and embracing her. So then you've got Jupiter at 8 degrees, and that's obviously symbol number 9. Sabian symbol 9, and that's a crystal gazer. So some kind of expansive prediction energy, something being downloaded or in tuned. And then Chiron is the 2 prim spinsters, and that's at 17, the 17th one, and Chiron is at 16 degrees. So a crystal gazer showing 2 prim spinsters, but you've also got this woman rising out of the sea and being embraced by her. So there's something, as I said, Sedna, the asteroid, seeing 2 prim spinsters in the crystal ball. Oh, I feel like I'm being shown a cycle of maiden mother crone somehow, and only it's going backwards, and so it hasn't gone back to child yet. I don't know what that means. So anyway, let's go on to your energies. So Mars, what's the energy of the path? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but you do have to convert everything by 60. And how stupid is it, YouTube, can I just say to you, why are you doing live 153 minutes when you want me to timestamp it so that it works, I have to convert it into hours? Why have you put the wrong timer for your own system on the machine? Waggy, waggy finger. Just saying. So, these are the 2 energies. Now, this is really interesting. This is to do with time, healing. So she's just become old mother time. She's become the new moment. So there's something here about the energy of new time, but you can't get a handle on new time. There's gold in them there hills, but you can't see it. So it adds up to the 5 of Pentacles. To see in this card, there's all this gold being tipped out, and there's a cornucopia, but it's actually this way up at the moment. So there's something about misunderstanding your place in the world, misunderstanding your place in the physical world, misunderstanding your inability to balance money. I really think it's saying an inability to manage your money. You have times when there's no money, there's times when there's an abundance, but ultimately you're not flowing. Your lesson from the past that you're being drawn to look at is when you create poverty in your own world. But there's a new time coming, but you can't see that. You've got to change your relationship of how you give and flow, how you save and how you distribute, how you work with the majesty. Those 2 words tried to majestic-y. You tried to convert. but there's something that you're not getting about the fluidity of abundance, the receiving, the giving, the shedding, the clogging. Something really caught up. And you need clarification. You need it to be a single sensation, and then you will seed time. So, what's your North Node destiny point? Are you all working out the timestamps now in proper time? I did do Taurus. It's 010101, which is 1 hour, 1 minute and 1 second. But then I didn't do it past that. 74 minutes becomes 1 hour, 14 minutes for Libra and 37. You just have to keep taking 60s off. So, there's that's so beautiful. Look. This energy of not flowing, of not having, and it is about, I want to say wealth, it is about money, it is about being impoverished at times. She holds the filtered energy. It's a single contract, a single fluidity, and there, it becomes your destiny to be in the flow with abundance. But I think at the moment for you, it is the need for it to be financial comfort. I think that's an energy that we're really reading into. The Nine of Cups in reverse is interesting because that's the energy currently of Jupiter heading back towards, well, Jupiter in sidereal is in there, but it's in reversal, and it's not how I see the energy in tropical of Jupiter re-entering. There's something about this frequency of your destiny being to be victorious with money, to not be, I feel like you give it away. I feel like you've got the generosity, but you're not receiving. And that's your destiny, is to learn how to receive rather than just give. Okay? And then, I've picked these up and I've turned them. I just need to make sure they're up the right way, so I have to return them. So it's time to heal. Look, everything about your frequency is, every card bar two are about the real world, about the coins. This energy here is about almost like a fear of going out, a fear that you would go out with friends and it would bankrupt you that day, or because you have to watch and you're waiting for life to call time on money. You've got to get a healthy relationship with money and abundance. That's what this energy is bringing to you right now. A much, much healthier relationship. Fluidity. It's being gifted. It really is being gifted. So, let's add Aries. I mean, there is an energy here where you can be really great and you could hoard money, but that's also creating a blockage. I'm not saying don't save. I'm just saying that it's somehow your thought processes around, look, it's like that thing when you say, oh, that's a bit expensive. Then you've said you can't afford it. So there are ways to approach money where you have to trust that investing in your now provides for your future, and that the cosmos has an endless abundance, a cornucopia of abundance. But you have to trust in the flow. So, what do you have? Sextile. It's coming out a lot today, sextiling. So, yeah, be more in sextile with abundance. Be more flirty with abundance. Be more, I don't want to say a risk taker, but be more friendly. Be more keen to change your money, your relationship with money and abundance, the material world. Let's see, it's interesting. Sextile square. So there's an energy of what is actionable. You are Aries. You are the actioner. You action things. Why this is not seeming obvious to you is because of some kind of continual vanishing of abundance, arrival of abundance, vanishing of abundance. It's all slightly out of flow. Thanks, Kathy. And then you've got on the card of the emotions, it's like, because remember this card was upside down, it's when you're not granted your wish, it's making your blood boil. You're almost looking at other people with money and being angered. And it's creating, well, like a choking sensation. It's something you know has to be transformed. You understand that because you're putting on an energy of covetedness. Is that the word? You want what other people have. Think in a way in which you kind of say they don't deserve it, but everyone deserves what they have because they've made the space for the exchange for that to be there. You're healing yourself of the flow of abundance. You're building a new relationship with the physical and material, and that's a great thing. But it has to come from your soul. It has to be something that sits not so much in self-love, but in self-trust, self-appreciation, self-acceptance, and so there's something about the sowing of thoughts. You sow the wrong thoughts, or you have. And there's something about this switching round as well. The square of action, the flirtiness, the fun. Stop seeing it as an absence, as a pain, as a hurt, because it's being offered. It's there. The renewedness or abundance, but you have to bring it into a gentle, you have to turn the kettle off. You have to stop letting it rise as a fury within you. And then it will settle in your soul, and you will be fed and you will be nurtured and you will be healed, so that you have that abundance. It's really good energy, but it's just a process you've got to learn to get through. So look, we're down to two more. Two more. So who we got left? Scorpio and Capricorn. Scorpio and Capricorn. So, who are we going to do? Scorpio or Capricorn? Scorpio or Capricorn? Scorpio or Capricorn? It's a pleasure, Esther. Scorpio or Capricorn? Scorpio or Capricorn? Scorpio or Capricorn? Yeah, let's do Scorpio then. I saw it first. 1 or 2. I need to get us timestamp. For Kathy and others. So 167. So that's 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 10 seconds. See, I did that. Scorpio. Scorpio. Did we have a number? I missed it. Oh yeah, I've done that wrong. I didn't take away 120. I saw 160. Someone else did the numbers. 2. So let's have a look at Scorpio's south node, and that's at 18 degrees of Scorpio. It's the Sabian symbol 228. And it's a wood rich in autumn colouring. A wood rich in autumn colouring. So, something about it, South Node, being somehow a frequency of transforming the gifts that you came with into something for the future, not wasting them. So, we're looking at Mars. What are the Mars deceits from the past that you need to action? Hang on, I need another drink. Ba 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 ba. It's all gone now. So here are your Mars deceits. Oh, the Golden Emperor. This is confusing me. They're flashing so many different images in my mind, and I'm not getting hold of any of them. There's this energy of the Emperor, the Golden Emperor, the Pruning Emperor, the Arrogant Emperor, the Emperor's New Clothes, the energy of imperialness. And yeah, that doesn't seem very Scorpio at all. I think it's got something to do with where you came from. Where you came from. I feel like you've tried on so many different mantles in your life, and yet none of them match. You've had golden opportunities and you've pruned them back. I mean, you know, this old Mars king is pointing at the 5 of batons with 10 crowns. And then we've got the Emperor crowned. How many more versions of you will you go through before you know who you really are? So, autumn, a wood, rich in autumn colouring. There's something about, I almost want to say, do you smell the next crown? Do you smell the next version of you yet? Kings to emperors. It's like, what are you going to be next? There's something about being more humble, being more normal, being more down to earth. When will you walk happy, is what I'm hearing. When will you tread happy? When will you tread confidently? That's why you've been trying on so many different crowns, is because you've never felt comfortable in your own shoes. When will you walk happy? When will you tread with joy? I listened the other day to 1001 Nights and I learned that Aladdin is actually pronounced Ala-Adin. And I liked that. I didn't think much of the whole book, if I'm honest. I thought it was a little bit racist and misogynistic and all that kind of old bollocks. So this is your destiny. Oh, look, it is something to do with where you came in from, the South Nodal Destiny Point, the energy of past existences. There's an energy here of spiritual cul-de-sac, an energy of coming in and ease up, come back down to earth, start with a clean sheet is how to do this. It's like you've dreamt of grandeur. It's like you cling to grandeur. Where's the next crown? That still doesn't seem very Scorpio energy, but maybe the Scorpios here will understand this frequency. I don't think it's really that it's a past life. It's more like an echo in your DNA, and you came in to break this, to distort this, to remold it into something more normal, to begin again. And look, you're in the South Node position. It's a long journey to the North Node. And at the moment, this is your time to be almost like the most connected to ancestry, because it's the South Node's there in your thing. It's the autumn years. It's the energy that needs to be moved. So, it's time to heal cosmically. Oh, fighting with sadness. Fighting with sadness. I'm being shown the variety of kind of like fiery passions and the swords almost stopping you, ancestral stories holding you tight, and you've got to turn that around. But there's something battling bloodlines. There's something, yeah, I've got a new page, I'm willing to do that. But every time you set off on that, another one of these kind of ancestral crowns experiences, coronas, is rising up and tussling with you. So we're going to need the alchemy deck to try and get some clarification on how do you... I'm not taking those because I feel like I need to, it just didn't feel comfortable in my hands, the deck. It just sort of fell open. I can't wait for these to be on thicker cards. They're so hard to shuffle with index cards. So, can we please help Scorpio understand? So, rusted. You see, now that makes sense to me. This is the calcified, the coat, the patina, the materialness of the song of the ancestor. We've got Capricorn, which is fermenting and putrefaction to metabolize energy, that energy of rot, rusted rot. This is, you came to fix this. And every time it tussles with you, you tussle with it. Don't keep letting the ancestral bloodline tussle with you. You got a clean page, and the ancestral bloodline doesn't get to write on your clean page. That's what's happening. You have to become the hunter, not let the bloodline hunt you. And that's how you change this energy. Unplug the past. So, conjunction, look, it's here for you, the 0 degree point. You are the almost, not in opposition, but you're being given the option here to pull your energy, not the ancestral rusted rot, into the conjunction and transform it with compose, write, draft, create your future, not this tussling. There are new pathways, there are expansive journeys, there's new topics, there's new things forming. This is house 9. This is really beautiful energy. But you have to fight off the blood ancestral song. You have to change that rusted energy. When it comes towards you, mock it. Because somehow you have to be ahead of it. You have to show it that you know where you're going, regardless of its journey. So, that's you, Scorpio. So now we're just left with Capricorn, and there's only one set of cards left, so we don't have to ask any questions. So let's get Capricorn. Capricorn is at 17957. So Capricorn, you have got Pluto. Where are you? You got Pluto, and Pluto's obviously at 27 degrees, and this is Sabian symbol 298, a large aviary. I find this one fascinating because Pluto's got a lot to do with a kind of return energy on the USA, on the Industrial Revolution, on global banking, and there's a large aviary, and there's something about the captured birds, the captured collective, where we're turning our back on the notion of seeing, no one wants to see a bird in a cage. It's just not an energy we want anymore. So there's something about, I feel like this global aviary is being dismantled somehow. That's your Sahabian symbol. So, what do you have? What do you have, Capricorn? So, you begin with your Mars, the deceits of the past and how they play into your now. That's strong. So, the deceits of your past, there's something about returning to start, not learning lessons. There's it should, when I see it there, it looks like 10. When I turn it around, it's 01. So it's like completion, new beginning, conquering passions and starting again. But somehow, there's something where you're not seeing something in the completion of cycles. There's something less mobile, less single direction. There's something very powerfully forwards, backwards, but you still move in the same direction. You're covering a subject, you're covering a cycle, you're learning something, and yet not transforming the direction of the thought process. But it's very strong energy. You see, it's very interesting because he has a very strange, small little stick. And this is Alexander, he that conquered so much. And yet, that's not what's in his hand. It's almost like that's what should be in his hand, but he's not getting there. So what's the destiny, the North Node destiny with Judith and the Ten of Pentacles? It's these two. Now, that's interesting. I feel like there's a movement backwards. He's not looking forwards. We've established that there's something about the inability to look forwards. And then we landed here with Rachel. And this is about the flock, the aviary, this energy of being competent and being, there's something very gentle about her energy. She doesn't need to whistle for attention. She doesn't need to send a collie dog for her flocks. She's seated and confident, and she's almost, there's a backward step, or she's calling in the memory of the grumpy old man when he was younger. Slow progress. Slow progress. I'm being drawn to a mismatch, like they're in the same color clothing, but they work for a different team. Her being batons, him being pentacles. Her oak leaf is reminiscent of his club symbol, but there's something, there's something about the destiny almost needing to be unstuck. Yeah, what's lacking here is emotions. The emotions, remember at the very beginning, they're blocked. They will flow, they will bring the energy, but these are both in need of water. They're both in need of emotions to move them forward. She to water and feed her flock, him to feed his horse. There's something emotionally necessary, but at the moment we're fire and earth, a scorched earth policy, something very clear. So then the healing, it's interesting. There is something about going backwards in time, becoming younger. We have the Four of Cups. There are the emotions. You have to look at the emotions though, to engage with the emotions. You're not engaging. Your destiny is to feed yourself emotions for growth, but you're not seeing the emotions. And then you ending here with the card of decrepitude. So this is, you know, you've got to move backwards. I mean, he's coming across as like grumpy old man, you know, conqueror, full of himself, but he lacks the right material status somehow. He's not holding the right power tools. And then we're moving backwards into the energy of this wonderful queen, and then backwards into the night. And there's something here about the knave. It's like, go forwards, you've got to go backwards. And remember, Capricorn, when did you stop your emotions? When did you stop seeing them? And again, I'm being reminded that that's coming underneath the star with the fluid cosmic oceans. But it's a reminder again of that energy that we get to with Capricorn quite often, which is you're a fishtail. You're almost banned from being emotional because you're cardinal earth, and yet that's almost what's starving you and leaving you in this very crippled, emotionally crippled frequency. So what is the advice? It's a bit heavy, Capricorn, sorry about that. Right, so Pallas Athena, actually let's just move those before they fall. Pallas Athena, protectress, weaver, wisdom, heroic endeavors. I feel like they're this though. I feel like they're a blockage. They're part of that energy of a mismatch. Pallas Athena bursts from Zeus's head, fully formed, with almost not having been through the younger stages in life, fully formed. And then purify. House 10, polish, public image, soul ablutions, the need to ablute, to wash the soul, to purify the soul, to bring, it's almost like looking down at this bandaged legs and cleansing and washing and hydrating, and suddenly you find your tail. You find your tail. And here, Pallas Athena, Jupiter, Zeus, that energy that she bursts from, this is the energy wings. This is a cleanser. Purify. Athena, bath rituals. You've got to wash. You've got to become a mergoat. You've got to wash yourself, bathe yourself, ablute your soul. You've got to be your own catalyst for a transition to bring back Capricorn's emotions. and then solar eclipse. It ends with the energy. And the solar eclipse is a galactic opportunity. This is your galactic opportunity. This is your Janus revelations, January, Capricorn. This is your door of perception. This is your chance to become more than just cardinal Earth, but to become a proper Mergo. That's gorgeous. So, just because, is Anthony still here? Anthony Rauscher. Oh, I just managed to put, I think I did. Yes. Put them in the runes instead of in the Alchemy of Astrology. Sorry, I didn't look up, so I started counting, but is Anthony still here? He might have gone. And, oh no, there you are. Cool. I'm going to do you a quick Ophicus. I just need to get the cards back out of the lost deck. Because, you know, I've reached the end and I thought, you know, a little bit more self-punishment. On the old knee, cross-legged, wouldn't go amiss. There's the other one. I just needed those back out. So we will just do a little esophagus. Ophicus. The 13th sign. So I'm going to use for Ophicus, I'm going to use the golden Renaissance. So, you can either look at Ophicus as the 13th sign, or you can look at Ophicus as the bolt out of the blue energy that we can all work with. It's the resurrecting snake bearer magic frequency. So we just want 6 cards. So there's 1, 2 for Mars. Oh, I'm not having them. They didn't shuffle properly. Oh, 1, 2 for the North Node. And for Gaia, oh look, they've turned round and around. There's 1. 1 more. There we go. Right, so let's give a last timestamp for Ophicus. Ophiuchus. And it's at 194.44. Here we go, people. It's over 3 hours. So this is your Mars past energy. Okay, so what do we have? Look, Ophicus is on this card. It's the King of Batons and the Queen of Cups. So I think this is an energy of being in tune with your past. So the King of Batons, he has the Earth Snake. He has the energy of the Earth. He's waiting for the Ophicus energy to come down and meet it. But you can only do that at the point when the frequency is right. With the little ukulele. And then here, this is this energy. But notice how he's chained. This is like being bound to false emotions. So this is saying that the earth snake can rise to the lower heart, but while you're bound to the old emotions, the misused, the untruthful emotions, Ophiuchus will not come down and gift you. So you've got to sort out your old, soured emotions. Then, North Node. Ooh, it's looking like a little bit of a hot hula hula dance going on here. So 5 of coins, 5 of cups, 5, change. This is an opportunity to change your frequency, to change your emotions. This is the frequency that unbinds this. The destiny is to unbind it, to be freer. But look at them all heavily clothed and thoroughly decent, but emotionally stunted. Look at the freedom of these two. I mean, they're very strange Renaissance images. I mean, what's going on? There's something about a spiritual cleansing, a shower, a frequency shower, a transformation, a resurrection coming through. And then Uranus. Oh, now then. The Knight of Swords and the biggest fool in the world. So this Fool card is so different to all others. He's a giant fool, and he's a great big baby. And there's something about the healing is to heal the big baby. And I was talking this morning, I don't hold with the notion of healing the inner child, because the inner child's damaged often. And that's what this feels like. You know, you're not healing the inner child, you're healing the big baby, the adult child, the grown-up, emotionally stable child is what you need to work with your peers, rather than infantilizing yourself into some great big fool. Do you see? And that's the healing. So let's just put some. And this is a collective, because it's Ophiuchus. It's something available to us all. Learn to grow emotionally tall. Learn to grow emotionally tall. I'm not taking that one. There we go. So we had, first of all, Juno. So Juno is about merging relationships. There's something about Ophiuchus and Asclepius, and he looked after Ophiuchus. And Ophiuchus used to whisper in Asclepius's ear and taught Asclepius healing techniques, resurrection techniques, This is about merging your Ophiuchus with your earth serpent. This is about the relationship you have with yourself as an emotionally stable adult and not as an infantilized child. And we've got Purify again. This is that. It's coming with the showers. The energy of purifying, ablutions, soul ablutions, all those frequencies of washing clean from the pains, the shames, the things that we're made to feel about moments in childhood that just we shouldn't. This is soul ablutions. Again, this is self-atonement, to purge and to shine like the cards. Shine. And the final one on the big baby and the Knight of Swords is the intuition of the third eye, the veil, the moon. And actually, that's a sort of an A for the moon. So maybe we're coming back to the motion of moods, shadows we keep, the shadows we keep, the silver of emotions that we invest in that don't actually provide us with soul food to step forwards. So that's the little esophagus one. And now, hooray! I can move my knee. I'm going to do it again anyway. Ah! So, that was the esophagus with the shiny deck. I love this deck. It's so golden. It's also got filigree on it. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, look there. So, beautiful people, thank you, Kathy, thank you, fools. So, I hope that helped. Yes, from Buenos Aires. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Latona. Oh, Penelope, Wassail. Wassail J. Chalice. I think that's what it says. I'm quite far away, so I can't read them all, and they vanish quickly. Wassail Elise the Ghost. Don't know if that was right, it vanished very quickly. It's a pleasure, everybody. Look, there's timestamps. Hopefully, Kathy will put them in as a message and I can just pin it. And if it's wrong, tough. So, beautiful people. Let's just have one little card from this deck before we go, because it's a pretty deck and you haven't seen it for ages. So, would you like... I'm nobody's. I'd like to be somebody's, none, but I'm nobody's. Oh, it's my favourite card at the moment. It's the Capricorn Utopia. It's the Capricorn Utopia. So look, that is a perfect example of how the fishtail of Capricorn, the emotions have been blocked. Blow them out and let the water in. The Capricorn Utopia. Become the mergoat. I just want a couple more. Let's have another couple of cards. And it's exactly what he gave me. 2 cards. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What have we got? The Three of Cups. This is very, I'll just show you. I'm very much drawn to the interdimensional bee at the top of the card, sitting on the cup. There's something very fortunate about this card. Can you see your own good fortunes? And then we end with the Seven of Swords. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So get out of the old pattern, people. Seven of Swords, moon in Aquarius, and that is the next full moon. Full moon in Aquarius. What's the bottom of the deck? The Empress. I thought it was going to be Shiva, Las Vegas. So, everything moving forwards with fecundity. I'm sorry, I am here. I'm having a little read, ain't I? I could ring you the bowl. Here's Neptune's bowl. What is fecundity? It's to create things in abundance. So, Hamawa, the Hawaiian goddess, is said to reproduce with fecundity, with abundance. It's a word that Rob doesn't like. I love it. Fecundity. I believe you can be fecund. Hooray! Look, we can end with Ganesh. Judgment. He's blowing... That's a bit weird. He's blowing a trumpet. Why doesn't he just blow his trunk? So, Ganesh, buster of all objects. The German for an elephant's trunk is Rüssel, my name. Not that that's necessary, but you know, you tie a knot in a Rüssel and it never forgets. So, beautiful people. Kathy's got to write up a nice timestamp message for me. He looks like he's blowing two trumpets, the cheeky sausage. He's blowing up a bit of a gay trumpet, I'll tell you that much. It's got a rainbow effect on it. I feel like these skeletons going, let the sun shine in, let the sun shine in, let the sun shine in. There's a festival going on in that card. That's all the rays of consciousness, I know. It's just that, you know, all gay people get tarnished with a rainbow brush. What was that? What is the card in front of his trunk? It's the Hand of Fatima. Sort of. And look at these Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Rocky cherubs going in for a little punch-up. Anyway, that's that card. There's a whole deck of beauty here. So beautiful people. You know, there is a trumpet at the end of his trunk. I'll put the card away now. I like this one as well. I like Hanuman. Little monkey man. He's like Wonder Woman monkey. Wonder monkey. And he's also the Hierophant. So I've got these two, which I'm going to show you just because I feel like I need to risk the nudity on. So the King of Cups has his very Grecian flaccid penis out, but the Knave of Cups is having a full-on ejaculation. It's outrageous. It's got nothing to do with the meaning of the card. Oof. Been dying to put that card on and see what they say. Either it gets pixelated or they just say take the video down. Well, I'm not staying around for the bots today. They're not interesting me anymore. They're not like Sappho. They don't seduce you. They're just crass. Yeah, he's an interesting energy. I'm going to show you him again. Well, do you know what? That's exactly what I think, Penelope. You know, they can have titles with the rudest words in, yet if you swear, they won't translate it. And I just kind of think, well, look, there you go, bots. Get a load of the super ejaculator. Maybe it is. Maybe that's exactly it. He's just going, I'm virile. You need Viagra. Mate, you've lost it. You've lost it. Yeah, I know. There is a really weird, it's a lobster coming in to castrate him, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's... I know, it's just the vibe you want from a triple conjunction. A little bit of cosmic cum. Yeah, I know, exactly. You can't take your eyes off the junk. That's how lobsters get in an attack. They're like, watch the junk, watch the junk. Listen, it always escalates fast. Once I can switch off from the channeling, all the filth comes out, especially when Penelope turns up. Yeah, that was Penelope's card. Yeah, but you know, if you don't lower the tone, Penelope, a sex bot will. So why not just make it part of the channel? Do you know what I mean? Is Pluto trine Pluto good? You see, I would say yes, but a lot of people would say no. But I feel that the energy behind Pluto at the moment that I've been getting for over a year is the energy of love. And I was sent an article a little while back, and actually they've just did some new photographs of Pluto, and there's a love heart etched massively into Pluto. So I say make it good. Trines are healthy. I've got Neptune trine Neptune going on at the moment, and Saturn sextile Saturn. So that's my fun. Yeah, you know, being spiritual isn't about being, you know, a dullard and not being the two prim spinsters. It's about being real, being alive, being rude, being fun, being joyous, being supportive. Don't know any of what terms in. What are you writing, Anthony? What are you doing? You being dirty? I do hope so. Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because them sex bots have left us alone today. Maybe it was because we told them to try having unnaked sex as well, because that's fun. I think a lot of the time all of these things are sent to kind of throw you off guard, and because they don't, it just stops. Or maybe they only work Saturdays. Maybe, you know, maybe the sex bot industry respects the purity of a Sunday. So maybe next reading will be on the pool table with that idea of spreading cards all over the deck, the felt, and letting the balls crash off them. I think they do in many ways. I embrace them. I talk to them, even if they're robots. I know. I'll take you over there and show you it. It's a very nice table. Let's turn you around. Here it is. It's actually the dining table, but I thought that we could lay all the cards across the table, and then I could crack the white ball at them all, and they could go all over the table, and then we could pick a ball and read the cards underneath it. Got a nice big picture here, look. So beautiful, people. I am going to go in a minute and make myself some food. I know, it's nice and red. Who wants green? Can you see that picture again? Can you see someone outside with the Hoover on a Sunday? Eat, pray, play, and love readings. I used to try and watch him because he was a bit sexy, and then I got bored. Yeah, I know. Well, there's no grass out there. There's loads of plants. And then pebbles. I don't understand. There's also a lift just out there. And they clatter around. It's quite fun. So, everybody, I think, what's the supper? I've got spinach and potatoes and peppers. I might make some Huancaína sauce because I do love it. But we'll see. Until next time, bye. So, I can't remember how you do it on this one. Bye bye, beautiful people, beautiful people.